Hello students, today we are going to study activity 1.2 of the chapter Nutrition in Plants of NCERT book. This is telling about the saprophytic nutrition. In this we will be studying about what fungi. I had said to you earlier, it doesn't prepare its own food. It depends for food on dead and decaying matter, and as the result it follows the saprophytic mode of nutrition. These fungi, they are known as saprotrophs, and the nutrition is the saprotrophic nutrition. So here we will be conducting, I will be showing one experiment on this, and we will be discussing that experiment. For that the material required is bread and water. You will take bread, okay, and you add bit of water to it, okay. The temperature at present is very favorable for the growth of fungus, okay. So this experiment you can perform at home. Take bread, add some moist water, and after 2 or 3 days you will see what you can see from the picture here. I'll explain over here. You can see on the bread some spots are present which is looking like dust. Actually in the initial stages they are white in color, but as it goes further you are seeing there are green patches over here. It is looking like dust, okay, and as the result you are seeing in this, the fungus has started growing and taking the nutrition from this bread. As you can see, these spores, they are very small, microscopic in nature. In our atmosphere also it is present, and so you can see that if anything is wet and if it is a biodegradable substance, even the skin, okay, it starts growing over there. It comes to that skin from where? From the spores present in the air, okay, and it is formed and it takes nutrition from that skin only, from your body only. If it is on the clothes also it can grow. It can also grow on the shoes if it is not kept dry in dry condition, okay. So this is all about the saprophytic mode of nutrition. And now next topic we are going to study how nutrients are replenished in the soil. How they are replenished in the soil. Actually here, if we are growing on plants, what happens? All the nutrients from the soil the plants take away, and now the soil is not consisting of any nutrients, insufficient nutrient, and as the result we have to add what? Manure to it. And what are these manure? Manures are nothing but, you can see all the animals excreta. You can take the example of the cow dung, okay. Now we can add fertilizers to increase the fertility of the soil or to replenish the soil. And the fertilizers, there are many. Most common one is the urea. You can also add compost to the soil. How? By the biodegradable waste of our homes or any other organisms also, if they are biodegradable in nature. How this compost is prepared? Just dig it, keep that biodegradable waste inside it, close it with the soil. After few days it will be changed into compost, which is very fertile in nature. And the last is the growing of the leguminous crops for the soil enrichment. This I have taught you in my last class only. When we are planting this leguminous plants, they are having what? They are having root nodules. These leguminous plants are having what? Root nodules in their roots, and as the result what happens? Here you can see the root nodules. Here what is there? Bacteria is there. The bacteria, this bacteria, what bacteria, rhizobium and all bacteria is present over here. Some topics like lichens I have taught you. It is a symbiotic relationship, I said to you, of algae and fungi, isn't it? Algae is giving food to fungi and fungi is providing shelter to algae. These lichens, they are, do you know beta? They are pollution indicators. If the atmosphere is too polluted, these lichens will not grow, okay. Other topic, of NCERT, which I am covering some extra topics which is given in your NCERT. Okay, that what is transpiration? Transpiration is the process in which the plant loses water from the leaves. Okay, here excess of water is lost from the leaves through the stomata. Okay, now next topic is regarding the desert plants. If we are saying desert plants, have you seen the desert plants? How their leaves are? Can you see big leaves in the desert plants? No, their leaves are modified into spines and they are very slender in nature, so that least transpiration can take place, because in desert water is less, isn't it? Now one more extra topic which has been given in the book is what are cells. Okay, so what are cells? But we'll be studying that also. Okay, so what are these cells? Cells are the fundamental unit of living organisms. They are very tiny, microscopic in nature, but yes, through the microscope we can see it. Okay, so when we are talking about the cell, so cell, you can say it has got a boundary, okay, and it is known as what? Cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, so at the center what is present? Nucleus. Okay, this nucleus consists of what? Nucleoplasm. And here cytoplasm is present. If we talk about the cell of animal, yes, cell membrane is present. But when we talk about the plant, okay, there is one more boundary in it, and this is known as what? Cell wall. And next, about all the other particulars, all the other organelles of the cells, you will be studying in your higher classes. This is all for today. Take care.